Yeah, I didn't bother either. Hey, good morning, Ed Drost.
Good morning there, Stephen Reeker. How you doing today, buddy?
Just outstanding and improving. Thanks. How about you?
Fantastic. Hey, look, we've been doing our morning, I guess, healthcare professionals, chiropractors, nurses. We've been talking about people that have joined three, found our products,
Yep.
love our products, and now they're using it as a way to increase their bottom line in their chiropractic business
Yep.
or their medical profession or whatever, or they're a nurse. We have nurses that have decided to go for time freedom over the nursing career, decided to take this into another type of a business opportunity. And we also have well, I want to say a young lady, but she's probably middle-aged lady, we'll say, but she is a former chiropractor. Her and her husband had some wellness centers, and they've decided to do the network marketing direct sales route with three as a way to generate an income stream. They're very into it. So they closed down their practice, her practice anyway. I don't know if they might have other things going.
Yeah, they do.
Yes, they do. Yeah, I mean, I know they're entrepreneurs. He's an entrepreneur. He has a lot of things going, but she closed down her practice and is doing this as a full-time income producing. Yeah. So here we are, and we're talking about chiropractors right now. And Stephen I've never been to a chiropractor. Stephen's gone to a chiropractor. He said he just went the other day. He gets a adjustment here or there.
I go weekly. Absolutely.
Yeah, weekly. So anyway, so if like you said, if you've been to a chiropractor, you got yourself adjusted, fantastic. So what we're going to do, we're going to go right into Dr. Sevi Helsel. And
so science, we get to geek out on science tonight, you guys. And I love all things science. If I'm going to put my name, my reputation, my license behind a product, it has to check a lot of boxes. And I vet the products highly. So what differentiates three international products from every other product out there? And it's primarily three things. So exploration, we go around the world looking for the best products that are available today. And we also go around the world looking for new ingredients, discovering new ingredients that we haven't even discovered yet, that can really, phytonutrients that can enhance the human body. And so I love our exploration, our curation. So my husband and I have owned multiple med spas, functional medicine, all of that, clinics. Dave was actually part of a stem cell company. And the most companies white label products. So they'll go to a company, they'll go to a formulator and they'll say, we need a product that does A, B, and C. That formulator will go, okay, I'll make this product. Then they come back and then they say, oh, that's too expensive. So we're going to cut some ingredients out of there, and they compromise the product and they just put their name on a product. We don't do that here at 3. We actually curate every single formula for every single product. That is a huge difference. And probably my favorite differentiator is absorption. So I look for 3 things as a doctor. If I'm going to put my name behind something, it has to be sourced correctly. So is there third-party testing? Is there DNA footprint testing? Is there testing for contaminants and pollutants? How do I know what's on the label of this bottle is actually in the bottle? And that box was checked. Secondly, I look for delivery. How are we going to take an ingredient that's not very bioavailable, like turmeric, for example, that's between 5 and 10% bioavailable? And how are we going to take that and get it into the bloodstream? That box was checked. And lastly, I look for absorption. How are we going to take it from the bloodstream down to the cell nucleus, where it can do its maximum good for the human body and get fully absorbed and assimilated? And that box was checked. So next I got on the phone with our chief science officer and I said, okay, why 3? Out of every other product out there, why 3? He said, really, it's quite simple. Exploration, curation, and it's our advanced delivery technologies. Right now, he said we have 10 that we're using currently, some patented, some patents pending, and I'm constantly looking for more, the latest and greatest, to keep us on the cutting edge of the best nutritional products out there. So absorption, advanced delivery technologies like liposomes, microencapsulation, nanotechnology, smart enzyme technology, that's the difference. So this is Dr. Dan Gubler. He is our Chief Scientific Officer. And Dave and I have been able to get to know Dr. Dan. We've spent a lot of time with he and his wife, Jane, on several different locations, actually. And, you know, I love Dr. Dan. You can look at his credentials here, which speak for themselves. But I always learn the most. We always learn the most from Dr. Dan when we're sitting there at dinner, we're sitting there at lunch, and he is just eating, breathing, talking all things science, all things nutrition. He is definitely a nutraceutical genius. His grandfather was a famous scientist. And so it's kind of in his DNA. And we could not be in better hands than having Dr. Dan heading the ship as our Chief Scientific Officer in the product department. So this is our scientific advisory board. Of course, you see Dr. Dan up there. And all of these doctors at the top of their game in their respective fields. You guys, they could choose to put their name, their reputation, their license behind any product, yet they choose 3 international products to endorse, to put in their bodies, in their families' bodies, in their patients' bodies. They serve on this board without any compensation, and they volunteer their time. And, you know, that speaks volumes that they are looking out in our best interest. So I love having our scientific advisory board. So we have 6 pillars of wellness, and we're going to shoot through this pretty quickly tonight. This is the Clip Notes version, you guys. I could literally spend probably an hour on each product, but we're not going to do that tonight. So our first product is Vitalite. And, you know, I have used vitamins since I was 16 years old, and I'm in my 5th decade now. So before starting on this little pack, I actually used a morning pack and evening pack, big old horse pills. I don't know if any of you can relate to that, but this one little pack, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's 4 little pills and an omega, and you take it once a day. So I was skeptical. I am not going to lie. I wouldn't even take these. I told my husband, I'm like, what did you do? I'm not going to take these until I get on the phone with our Chief Science Officer. So once again, I got on the phone with him, and he asked me what I was taking. And he said, well, go to your source of vitamin C. He said, look at that source. It's a synthetic isolate. It's a synthetic vitamin. He said, I use acerola cherry, which is a whole food source. So every time you take that one little pack a day, you're getting 48 whole food vitamins, 72 trace minerals. You're getting a probiotic and a prebiotic, which is really good for your gut health. You're also getting omega that we've sourced from the Norwegian Sea. So there are no heavy metals. That's a good thing. And you're getting a fermented superfood blend, which is your organic greens. It's all delivered with our advanced delivery technology, which is enzymes for the macronutrients in here. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am transparent probably to a fault, but I arrogantly told him, well, I'm going to prove you right, or I'm going to prove you wrong. And I literally called him up on day 4 and I said, well, I just proved you right. These vitamins are astounding. I have less bloat, my stomach's flatter, more energy, and better sleep in 4 days. And, you know, I've always been really proactive with my health. I'm on no medication, so knock on wood. We don't even do ibuprofen here, you guys. I'm a chiropractor, so we don't do that here. So for me to feel a difference and notice a difference in 4 days was quite astounding. And I get testimonials text to me almost every single day on the vitamin, the Vitalite alone. So I love this. I think it's foundational. You know, we used to get nutrients from our foods, but those are bankrupt anymore. It's a little different than when I grew up on the farm with my grandma, and she raised the chickens and raised the hogs and raised the cattle and all of that, and had a huge garden. That looks a little bit different than today when we're eating genetically altered, genetically modified, chemically processed foods. And so this filled in those gaps. That's what it does. So I love that. Collagen. Okay, so Dave does this too. It's not just for women. You know, and beauty is an inside out job. That's what I like to say. And collagen is like the Wild West out there right now. It's everywhere. Most of it does not get absorbed because collagen in and of itself is a very large particle size. So most of it just doesn't get absorbed, and most people are just wasting their money. So I love that we have 5 grams of collagen over here. It's a marine source collagen, which is the most bioavailable and cleanest source for humans. So a marine source collagen, we have hydrolyzed it and micronized it. Now, why do we do that? We do that so it actually gets delivered and goes down to the cell nucleus where it can get fully absorbed and assimilated. We've also added hyaluronic acid in this formulation. So hyaluronic acid plumps up and hydrates our cells. We have biotin, keratin, pomegranate juice, vitamin C. So the formulation is great. You're going to drink one of these yummy pouches once a day for 10 days, and then you're going to take 20 days off. It's called collagen cycling. Now, why do we do that? We do that because science shows that with this formulation and by giving your body a break, it actually helps your body start stimulating and producing its own collagen again, which starts diminishing in our late 20s. So I love this. I always say, don't start this unless you're going to take your picture on day 1 and your after picture on day 11, because it's going to look like you went out and cheated a little bit and had a little work done. So love, love, love our collagen.
Hey, Steven said we'll come back tomorrow. We're going to do part 2 tomorrow.
Great.
And so just introductory to 2 of our products, you see how Dr. Seavey can really explain the ingredients, how everything works. I mean, she's been in the chiropractic field, the medical field. She understands nutrition. So, and you can see how enthusiastic she is.
She definitely is enthusiastic, and we love that about her.
Yes.
And she'd only feel that way, or she only feels that way rather, based on the fact that these products are so completely different from what she's been exposed to in her career. And she's passionate. She has very high standards, as she mentioned. And not only did she vet the ingredients, but she took the time to speak with Dr. Dan and really get all her questions answered. And, we want to do the same for you guys. If you have any questions on anything you've heard, by all means, reach out to us at thetemovement.com or look for Ed or myself, Ed Drost or Stephen Rieker on social, and let's connect. We'll feed you all the, not feed you, but we have the answers. And if we don't have them, we know where to get the answers for all your questions relative to the products. And more importantly, there's a really nice business model behind these products, standing behind these products that can generate a 6, even 7-figure income stream for those that choose to really roll up their sleeves and get to work and share and help others do the same. So, yeah, we'd love to partner up with you, and appreciate you coming out and taking the time today.
Yes. And just one thing about Dr. Seavey, she, like you said, she really looks at the products, but the products prove themselves to her. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Within 4 days, she realized, oh my gosh, these things work.
Yep. No doubt about it. They really, really do. So,
and
yeah.
She was doing other products. And it wasn't like she just started taking vitamins the day before.
No, correct. I mean, the true test is getting this nutrition in your body. These products work, and we've got many, 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 many testimonials to that effect. And, I too, with one of our other products that we'll get into tomorrow. So we'll hold off on that until then. So, yeah, great job, Ed.
No problem. Yeah, it's great seeing you. Have a great day. I'll connect with you tonight. And anyway, hey, just hang on for 2 seconds.